Welcome, friends. Today we will discuss at why we have to purchase less gold and use less petrol and dollar price and Indian currency crisis. As of today, 1 US dollar is equal to 95.26 rupees. Indian rupees is falling in comparison to dollar. The rupee has weakened significantly compared to earlier years. The Indian currency crisis usually refers to periods when the Indian rupee falls sharply against the dollar, creating economic pressure. The basic picture behind this is why the dollar becomes stronger against the rupee. India imports large amount of oil and electronics which are paid in dollars. When global prices rise as today it is rising, India needs more dollars. Foreign investors sometimes pull money out of India during global uncertainty, which is quite visible now. Higher US interest rates attract global money into US dollar. Trade deficits and inflation also weakens the rupee. So effects on India is all negative. Petrol and diesel prices rise, imported goods become expensive, inflation increases, foreign education and travel cost more companies with dollar loans face pressure. Positive effect is there, some positive effects, not many. Indian exports become more competitive. IT companies and exporters earn more in rupees. NRI sending money to India benefit from stronger dollars. But India faced a real currency crisis before. Is it true? Has India faced? India had a major balance of payments crisis in 1991 when the foreign exchange reserve became dangerously low. India then introduced major economic reforms under Dr. Manmohan Singh and the government of P.V. Narasimha Rao. Today, India is under pressure from global condition, but it is not in 1991 style collapse because India has much larger forex reserve that is about 600 billion. The economy is more diversified. RBI actively manages volatility. So we have to understand a weaker rupee does not automatically mean economic failure. Many countries allow gradual currency depreciation. The real danger comes when reserves fall sharply. Inflation becomes uncontrollable or investors lose confidence rapidly. So if such things happen, then the real crisis will arise. But today we have heard that our Prime Minister is saying that not to purchase excessive gold or not to purchase gold for 1 year and not to travel too much. If we have to travel, use less petrol, we have to prefer carpool, etc. So it can help economy in several ways, especially in developing countries like India. So economic logic behind this is that less gold import improves the economy. India imports a large amount of gold from other countries. When people buy too much gold, foreign currency, especially US dollars, goes out of the country, imports increase, trade deficit rises. Trade deficit formula is imports minus export. So if import is rise too much, the rupee may weaken and inflation can increase. Pressure comes on foreign exchange reserves. So lower gold imports help in to save foreign exchange, strengthen economic stability, reduce current account deficit. Money moves into productive sectors. Gold is often considered a dead asset because it usually does not produce goods or services. If people invest money instead in businesses, factories, startups, education, infrastructure, then jobs increase, production rises, GDP grows. GDP identity is given C plus I plus G plus X minus M, where C is consumption, I is investment, G is government spending, X is net exports, and X minus M is net exports. Economies grows faster when savings become productive investment. So we have to do less foreign travel, which save foreign currency. International travel often means spending money abroad on hotels, shopping, transport, tourism services. This increases the outflow of foreign exchange. If we travel inside the country more, than petrol consumption will rise and we have to pay more money for that. So unnecessary for travel reduces, more money stays inside the domestic economy, local industries benefit, currency pressure reduces. So in order to save petrol, also more domestic savings, to increase domestic savings, capital formation to increase, we have to reduce the luxury spending, travel less inside the country also, so that we can save petrols and increase the savings. Banks get more deposits, loans become available for businesses and industries. So this process is called capital formation, which is essential for economic development. Reduced luxury consumption helps long-term growth. Economists often distinguish between productive expenditure and non-productive expenditure. So excessive spending on luxury, gold, status travel, imported goods may not contribute much to production cap, but investment in technology, manufacturing, human capital creates long-term economic growth. So better balance of payments. In order to make better balance of payments, we have to do help in lower gold imports and lower foreign tourism expenditure, so that our balance of payment improves and it will increase the confidence and it strengthens the economy internationally. So this does not mean nobody should buy gold, but nobody should travel, but gold, but it should be limited. Gold provides security during inflation, cultural value, financial diversification. Travel provides education, tourism, jobs, and mental refreshment, cultural exchange. So the economic concern is mainly about excessive and unproductive spending. So we should be careful for that. Thank you.